tutorial, we'll walk you through the process of installing the Odyssey Bridge plugin, setting up your Unreal Engine project, preparing it for deployment, and finally deploying it to Odyssey. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a working understanding of how to deploy your Unreal Engine project to Odyssey. Let's get started. Once you've downloaded the Bridge CLI, you can run it by opening the command prompt and navigating to its directory. For best results, run the CLI from within your Unreal project directory. Doing so will allow the CLI to pre-populate configuration options tailored to that project. When you run the Bridge CLI for the first time, you'll need to log in through your browser and provide the necessary permissions to get started. Simply click on the link displayed on the CLI screen to go to the Odyssey login page. If you're not already logged in, you'll need to do so to proceed. After set up the Odyssey Bridge CLI client, you'll need to grant permission to access your Odyssey account. This will trigger the generation of a one-time code, which is crucial for continuing the setup process. Once you have the code, simply provide it to the Bridge CLI. After that, you won't need to log in again using this method unless you decide to set up the client on a different device or until the keys are rotated. Once you've successfully authenticated the Bridge files, the CLI will prompt you to set up a new project. First, you'll need to choose the organization to which this project belongs. Then simply follow the prompts to select the appropriate Unreal map file that will serve as the starting point for your deployment. After you've completed all these steps, the CLI will begin the process of installing the Odyssey plugin by extracting it into your project directory. This step may take a few minutes to complete. Once the Bridge plugin has been extracted into your Unreal project directory, you'll need to perform a few additional tasks in the Unreal editor to finalize the installation process. To continue with the installation process, you'll need to open your Unreal project in the Unreal editor. You can do this by either opening the project directly in the editor or by double-clicking the project file. After opening your project in the Unreal editor, you'll see a prompt asking you to rebuild the Odyssey plugin modules and their dependencies. Make sure to select Yes to start the rebuild process. Once the Bridge plugin modules have been successfully rebuilt, you'll need to perform additional tasks within the editor to prepare your Unreal 5 project for deployment. Be sure to complete these tasks before proceeding to the next step on the CLI command screen. In order to import your Unreal project to Odyssey, there are a few additional steps you'll need to take. Update your project. If you haven't done so already, make sure to update your project before continuing with the Bridge import process. After installing the Bridge plugin, the Unreal editor will prompt you to update your project. Follow the notification prompt to complete the update. Add player spawn. You'll need to specify where your users spawn from within your project. To do this, create an Odyssey player spawn volume in your map and place it close to the ground. Make sure to remove any other spawners in your level. To find this tool, go to the Place Actors panel, select the Odyssey Bridge Toolkit category, and look for the tool named Odyssey Player Spawn Volume. Add a navigation mesh bounds, optional. If you want to utilize Odyssey's click to move a navigation system, create a navigation mesh bounds on your level, and make sure it covers the entirety of it. To find this tool, go to the Place Actors panel, type Nav Mesh Bounds Volume in the search bar, and select it from the results. Set default game mode to none. In the world settings, find and change the game mode field to none. To do this, go to Window, World Settings, and select the Game Mode subheading. Enable PIE. To enable Play in Editor, PIE mode, you'll need to set the net mode to play as client in the PIE settings. To find this option, go to the PIE menu, the icon with 3 dots, select Net Mode, and choose Play as Client. Once you've finished preparing your Unreal Engine project for deployment, and the required in-editor changes, you can continue the deployment process to Odyssey via the Bridge CLI. To start the deployment process, select Publish Current Project, and choose whether you want to publish in development or shipping mode. The Bridge CLI will then compress and upload your project to Odyssey, triggering the automated steps necessary for building and deploying your project. As the Bridge CLI progresses through each stage of the deployment process, it will provide updates on its progress until the deployment is either complete or has encountered a failure.